Recording.
All right, cool. So, yeah, you guys had journeyed to the edges, the boundaries, basically, of Bacchus and Dulandria. You encountered these elven folk, one potentially maybe like a child, who was playfully talking to you all in Elven, which some of you do speak. The subject of La Sardat came up, which they kind of drew a blank to, but as you described it, they were talking about these various caves. There's lots of caves along the cliffs, and then you described it, and they essentially said that's the one that they don't enter. They don't go to that cave. And they kind of shunned the idea of telling you necessarily where it is, but they gave you sort of like a directionality towards it, narrowing it down for you so that you were looking in a much smaller area. And with your various tracking, you did eventually follow the cliffs, coming to a point where you saw strange markings in the ground, on rocks, that essentially led you to this.
This is very King's Quest. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, so ahead of you, you see this kind of formation, this rocks. You believe this to be the place only because, Madolfir, what you see are symbols that you remember from childhood. Symbols that were very basic for those of the Wolfenveer and others in Bacchus that were illiterate, which is not uncommon, sadly. I blame the schools. It is...
I blame the politicians.
Yeah, they are symbols that are familiar to you, that taught you like what are friendly places versus not friendly places, which is a very instinctive, almost primitive nature of Bacabites, right? Being persecuted for so long, exiled, hunted, especially the Wolfenveer internally to Bacchus. You guys learned quickly to look for these symbols of places that are friendly and those that are not. And specific to your tribe, you see these symbols on these rocks. It is the symbol of that which is friendly for the Wolfenveer.
Where we are supposed to be, then. That's what Madolfir would have in his thoughts, right? This is the place. This is where I was supposed to be. So. One thing I want to do, like probably the second day. So basically, the entirety of the time, Madolfir is going to be kind of like in a meditative state, right? Focusing on the monumental task ahead. Trying to mentally prepare for everything. But he is going to, during that time, he's going to invoke his speak with animals and talk to Varg and explain to Varg that he wants Varg to do something while he goes into this cavern when he gets ready to go. And also, he wants Varg to go and find the body of the guy. Damn, I'm drawing a blank.
Barak?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you guys are a solid 25, 30 miles away from where that chase occurred.
Nope. I understand that.
Okay.
So I'm basically sending him on a quest and also I'm going to caveat that saying, telling him that I may not come out of this, the same as I go into it, so that I want him to prepare that this is the last time he's going to know me as me, and that if he senses anything wrong with me, if he sees me after this, that he should not approach, right?
You're doing this with your animal speech capability,
Yes.
right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're talking in wolf.
Yes.
Okay. I need you to give me... Boy, you're not going to love it. But give me a handle animal check to start, and then give me a diplomacy check after that. Okay, starting that strong.
Yeah. Here comes the -3 roll.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, hey, nice.
Varg initially is just like not leaving your side. The more you sort of talk to him about he has to go on this, he is right up against your hip. And then you kind of become firmer with him, showing that you are his pack leader and that you're not sending him out to something he can't accomplish. There's like an understanding in Varg, and he kind of starts sniffing at the ground and instinctively knows how to retrace his footsteps. He's going to need to make survival checks while you're away to follow it back. But with your sort of guidance, the DC for those will be less now that you've talked to him about what he needs to do. Is there anything else you want to give him to help him sort of find his way back?
Yeah, Barog gave me some... gave me something. What was it? Dude, I thought he gave me something. I'm not 100% sure now. Yeah, I don't have anything really, I guess, that I can like give him as a physical thing. Oh, the note. The note that my uncle tucked into the harness that he put on him.
Yeah. I mean, at times Barog definitely read that note.
Right. So give that to him, but also I want to also explain to him as he's doing this, I want him to be on the lookout for, let's say, wolves that have been separated from their pack that need guidance or assistance, and convince them to come along with him. Basically, I want him to start expanding his tribe if he and I don't reconnect, right? So basically, it's kind of like partying. It's like, listen, I may not come back. You need to move forward, and it's time for him to start like forming his own pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the tutelage and guidance that I've provided for him over the years of him being part of my pack. So,
okay. You give me a survival check. For this day, when you're sending him off, I'm going to say this first day's survival check, you're essentially aiding him enough that it is... Okay. It was a bad roll, but it is enough for him to be able to track backwards for this day. Max and the rest of you witness
using, could I assist with that survival in any way?
Yeah, definitely. If you have some way for him to be more familiar with where he's returning back or anything like that.
So Max keeps meticulous records, so I'm wondering if he could like pull out a parchment with like chicken scratch on it and kind of point to it for Modofir and be like, here's where the route we just took.
Okay.
Right? Like, could I do some sort of a check to aid that survival?
Give me a knowledge local. It's going to be a DC 15 that like you are describing the major. Okay, nice. Modofir, Max kind of recants to you in like the way that your mom might give you directions to a place, like the physical things you'll see on the way back that you guys crossed, right?
Okay.
Like, in a way that it would translate well to a wolf, potentially if you're speaking in their language.
Yeah. Landmarks. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Max, I will say that the DC that that Varg has to pass now to stay on the path each day back, which is essentially 3 checks he needs to do, one of which he just passed, is now lowered by 2. And then to get back here, it's also going to be lowered by 2.
Okay.
So, with that, Varg does, begrudgingly, to some extent, leave your side, Midolfir, kind of looking back halfway away from you, and then taking off quickly.
So I also want this to apply to another use of training him for Seek.
Okay, yeah. I will definitely use that. Handle animal check essentially gets you... Let me see, where are we with that?
I think I've only trained it. I've only attempted it once at this point. So
check where that is. I know we wrote that down somewhere here.
it's under his biography.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know. Maybe that makes more sense to be for fine with the way that both
No, I think it is Seek. And I'm going to go ahead and say with that check, you are able to have that as his... There were multiple days here. I'm going to go ahead and say that is now trained for him.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, let me see if I can change the color of that. I'll have to do that later. I forgot how I actually did that. Okay, so yeah, so I'll just write down that Varg is trained in Seek now.
Now, mechanically and out of game explanation of what I was leaning him towards as far as like finding like wayward other wolves is for a while now I've had a second animal companion, but this last level if I'm reading this right, I'm available for a third as well.
Yeah, let me see. Your Beastmaster level is basically like a druid -3, if I recall correctly.
Something like that.
Beastmaster's class +3 to determine the animal companion's special abilities. Druid level is equal to the Beastmaster class level +3.
Seventh level is the third. It's written out.
You're 1 away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could have 2 right now. You could potentially have like a bigger one. Yada yada. Same as Druid.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that, and with Varg gone, you see Lanray kind of looking up around the cliffs and just trying to see, and he kind of turns back to you, Midolfir, and says, I know you feel that this is the right place, but I don't see a single opening in the rocks ahead. And he's kind of gotten a little bit closer to the rocks, and he's looking in, and he's like, these are very shallow hollows between the boulders. I do not see a cave here.
So like with my background of like the symbols, right? Would the symbols have been drawn around where the entrance is, or just nearby?
The symbols themselves were in the ground as well as the rock as you were approaching, but not in this U-shaped, horseshoe-shaped sort of canyon you find yourself in now. Canyon's kind of grandiose, this kind of alcove that you find yourself. You saw the symbols carved in bits of slate on the ground, as if somebody had taken like a tool of some kind and just kind of chiseled it in.
All right.
Sure we're in the right place, Midolfir?
The symbols indicate that it is nearby. Now, are these also symbols right here by where my token is?
Let's say no. Those are just kind of natural ones, but yeah, no, not where your token is.
And when Barog was talking about it being a cave, he was using the literal description of cave, or he was using a term that was just kind of generic.
He told you, so in passing on the nights, he was telling you about a literal cave, a cave that you would enter, a place that is sacred to the Wolfenveer, sacred technically to all orcs, but the Wolfenveer specifically, where the celestial powers that guide the planes unite for whatever reason, is a place of otherworldly unification that has been where your tribe, your people, have come to gain whatever is needed to rid the negative aspects of this trait.
Okay, so he's gonna kind of just walk around this general area and take note of the underbrush and the rock formations and anything, and see if he can spot anything like vegetation that doesn't make sense for what's around it, or like anything that stands out that doesn't look like it would be a natural feature with the other features that are around this area.
Okay. Right. Landry is kind of like, I can help you with that. I'll help spot around as well. Max, are you helping with that?
Yeah. Would it be a search or a spot?
Your choice. Like, search would be like you really want to dive into something. Like, there's a lot of undergrowth and stuff, vines and things. Search would be you literally are physically getting up on it and like pulling apart that stuff to see if there's anything behind the vegetation. Spot would be like from afar, seeing if there's any abnormal aspects to it. So you tell me.
I'm gonna follow Midolfir's strategy.
Okay.
Like whichever way he's doing it.
Okay, so Midolfir, are you spotting or searching? Like, are you getting up close and really digging into it physically, or are you looking with your eyes to see?
Because I'm looking for natural features and stuff that stands out that doesn't match with the natural features. Sure. For me, would that constitute using a survival check?
I will say if you pass a survival or let's say knowledge nature, either one of those two, I'll essentially drop the DC if there is one for finding any kind of abnormalities significantly. So like you're using some knowledge in advance, and then physically you still have to do the spotting, right?
Okay.
So yeah, Max, if you want to do a knowledge nature to aid that. Ooh, wow.
That's a nat 20, by the way.
Nice. Yeah, you only have a +3 on knowledge nature. Okay, yeah. And Max got a 22 as well. Okay.
That's an 8 on my dice.
Nice. While this is happening, by the way, Finry has just gotten into his sack and pulled out his pipe, and he's like, I've missed you. And starts lighting up a little tobacco, and he's just like, I'm pretty much useless spotting things and listening for things. So just let me know if we're being killed.
That's hilarious.
Okay. So he's smoking sort of I'm going to say he's kind of just hanging back, looking around without actually looking for anything, while Landry's not any good at that kind of stuff. So he's just going to do the spot check. For you guys, go ahead and give me spot checks if that's what you're doing, unless you want to go back to potentially searching. Midolfir, it's up to you if you want to do search or spot.
Well, so the way you were explaining though, would I be able? Could I use the survival at this point with the combined nature, or you're saying the DC for the spot check would be lower because of that nature check?
It's because of the nature check, the spot check. I was going to give you survival or nature, but you happen to roll crazy good anyways. Okay. Yeah, that's too low of a spot check. Max, you want to try?
I can try with my -2.
Hey, you never
see
know.
What happens. Yeah.
Why?
Nope.
Mine
Are we
was
looking?
+3.
Are we looking? While we're looking around, Medolfir, I'm talking to Medolfir. Hey, what are we looking for? Like, are we looking for a way into this wall, or is there just like instructions you're looking for?
So explain to Max what I'm looking for is anything in like the natural formations of the rock or the types of plants around that stands out as not being part of the like the same as the surrounding foliage. Something that shouldn't be here, right? Something that doesn't make sense to occur naturally compared to the other natural features of this area.
Okay.
Okay. But you're not looking for a way into this wall face that.
Not necessarily at this point. It could be, but
Okay.
an entrance could also be hidden in the brush, like
Yeah.
But we're looking for. You're not necessarily looking for an entrance, is what you're telling me.
I mean, and to be fair, don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but
Lanray kind of goes, hey guys, with his spot check. There's kind of a lessening of brush up on top of this hill up here, and he's like calling it out. He's like, seems to be something back here from where he can tell, and he kind of goes, I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer and see if there's anything up there. He's gonna start sort of setting up to climb. Where would you guys be? Would you be following behind?
Yeah, we get to unpause the game, I think, for us to move around.
Sure.
why can I not select my character?
Yeah, just kind of move.
There it goes.
There's no actual wall set up here, so just move where you logically could move. Yep. Okay. Finry's just gonna kind of hang back a little bit, but he's gonna follow Max just a little bit closely. He's gonna say, "You're the one with the fireballs, so I'm gonna stay near you."
I'm actually gonna start climbing up this rock face to the place he.
Oh. Okay. Let's see who climbs faster. Landry's like, "I'll race you to the top." He said, "I know I stunk when we were chasing away running away from those wolves, but oh, all right. Dang, your climb. Your strength is so much better."
And
okay.
I trained. I put several ranks in climb, so.
Yeah. So with that, let's see. This surface is easy enough with these boulders to climb that it's not a matter of whether you climb. It's that your check is going to actually speed up the climb, right? So it's getting you closer to your normal movement. What's your movement, Winolfir?
32 or 30.
Okay.
Hold on.
With your check, I'm going to say you go half speed up this rock face. So go ahead and move your character 15 feet straight up the rock face, whereas Lanray's is going to be the normal. Let's see. I think it's 1/4 speed is the normal climb.
I actually think like fast movement is one of my class features.
Oh, really?
And I've seen it before where my sheet shows 32. But it's not currently showing that.
That's coming from your barbarian feat at level 1. Let me see. What is that?
I thought fast movement gives like plus 10 movement.
It was like percentage the way I read it before.
No, it says whatever your race is plus 10 feet. This benefit would only be applied when you're
faster than normal for his race. So the interesting thing is it's not configured in this. Oh no, it is in here. Yeah, it's already being added. So it says 10 plus 10 speed, land speed. Is it
So my
specific
base
to
land
land?
speed is 20.
Yeah, let me change it to 0 and see. Did that drop you to, your base land speed is 20 for some reason. Without that.
Are you overloaded? Are you medium load right now? How much stuff are you carrying?
No, dude,
He's light.
I'm like 2/3 of my capacity for light load.
Are you wearing armor?
hide.
Is that medium?
Don't think so.
Let's see.
Can't have heavy armor and get fast movement.
Right. It is medium. Hide is medium.
Is it medium?
Yeah. But
I don't
medium
understand
armor
how
doesn't slow
you're.
you down.
What's your race?
Half orc, which isn't. I'm looking
No,
at
that's
it.
gotta be 30 feet distance.
Yeah, it is.
That's...
It's 30 feet.
Okay.
Huh. I don't know what's going on with your speed right now.
Instead of just a 10, can you do plus 10
Sure.
for the boost?
Well,
So
but
I-
like when I changed it to 0, it dropped to 20, so that's the weird
Oh.
part.
So what's slowing me down?
Any buffs on him?
That's a good question. Let's check your buffs.
Because there could be negative buffs or whatever.
Could be just the Berserker one. No, that doesn't change your speed. Oh, Finry, how's it going?
Good. Sorry, I'm
No worries. You guys are searching these cliffs that you see ahead of you. I showed a little graphic here. There you go. Of like the cliffs ahead of you. And we're trying to figure out why Modolfir's speed is less than it should calculate out to be. This is so strange. Modolfir, for the purposes of right now, since I can't hammer down exactly what's going on, I'll say that your baseline speed is 40.
Yeah. No, I've always just assumed it was 30. And like I said, it's when Max casts Elation. When I'm Elation buffed, it puts it at 32.
It should be
But-
plus 5 for that, though, so I don't understand. Are you sure your load is not higher? Like, you're not...
It's not.
No,
You're not medium
Looking at it.
load?
He's light
You're-
load.
Light load.
Yeah.
I...
That's the strangest thing. Let me go ahead and do a temporary buff just so that it works for now, and I'll figure out why
Oh.
that's not active.
Hide is medium, right?
Yeah, it's medium. It shouldn't have impact to speed. Only heavy has impact to speed.
No, medium also has some impact.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Yeah, medium hide is a 20-foot speed. That's exactly what it is. So it is
yeah.
calculated correctly.
Yeah.
Yay, plus 1.
If your base speed is 30, then when you have a medium armor, your speed is reduced to 20. So yeah,
that
makes
was
sense.
good to check though, because if there is something that big off, that's important. So
Yeah, so
you
your
have to-
movement is like counterbalancing the hide armor, basically, which is kind of cool.
when I unequipped it just now, my speed adjusted to 40. So yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
All right, so you are able to move at half speed, while Landray is only moving at a quarter of his normal speed. So he's going to go ahead and climb. Oh, Landray is at medium encumbrance right now. Yeah, so he's just gonna move up 5 feet. He kind of starts climbing up like this, and he's like, "Okay, you're faster." You are about halfway up. Finry and Max, what are you guys doing at the base as you watch Landray and Modolfir climbing up this cliff right now?
Does either of them have a rope?
Neither of them have a rope. You currently have
No.
your pipe out, Finray, but neither of them is using a rope. This is kind of like rough boulders, so it's not very difficult to climb.
I was going to be lazy and have them throw me down a rope. If you want me to climb,
And once they get to the top,
I do have one. I just don't have it like in my hand. It's in my pack.
gotcha. Yeah, so they could potentially do that once they get to the top.
I'm just going to tell you, my climb check is somewhere between a -4 and a -2.
All right,
While
Max, anything?
while they're climbing, can I pull out a scroll of detect doors
Yeah,
and
definitely.
just cast that?
yeah.
Let me deduct one, and then I'm just gonna cast it from my spell sheet. But it's gonna
That
be
basically casts detect secret doors.
detect secret
Yeah.
doors. Yeah.
And it's-
It's going to be a 60-foot range. I'm just going to cast it, but the duration is going to be 1 minute because it's CL1 that the
gotcha.
scroll is.
And you're just kind of scanning down here at the bottom?
I was gonna...
Yeah, position yourself where you're doing it.
You know, something like that.
So you're standing...
It's a minute, so I can sweep it around, you know? Yeah.
So are you standing here in this scenario?
Yeah, let's say...
Go ahead and move your character over there. Okay. Cool. Medolfir. As you're climbing, just at the end of your climbing, Lanray kind of lets go of the rock that he's holding on to. He jumps back down, and you see him immediately grab his bow and his arrows, and he's going to launch out as he yells out, Medolfir! He's going to launch out.
Are either of them falling right now?
Medolfir or Lanray?
Yeah.
No, Medolfir's got a nice grip of everything. It's just Lanray that has, for whatever reason, let go and is now loading arrows and about to shoot a rapid shot. Okay, Medolfir, confused for a moment as Lanray lets go, he shoots off an arrow just whizzing past your right shoulder into the bushes, and it strikes a plant to your right, and he kind of yells out, to your right, and you see, as you're holding onto this rock, a vine form right here out of the underbrush and try to reach out and grab you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
What was it you said? What was the word you used?
A vine. Some sort of vine is now moving at you that Lanray has called out.
Hey, look, I've been down this path before. Nature is bad, okay?
Yeah. Let me get some.
Nature sucks, man.
Okay.
All right, if we get to round 10, my detect secret doors is gonna run out.
You're like, I gotta kill these, whatever these things are before round 10. I mean, you can just continue to scan as long as you hold concentration while you're fighting whatever this is. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me roll
Is it
it.
concentration?
Either line is a door. You don't know. It could be useful.
It is concentration, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. With that, Finry, at the bottom, you see Lanray shoot off in this direction. I believe you all do see this being here now. Yeah, what are you doing as you see this vine-like being approaching Medolfir?
So, I do not have my crossbows out. So to pull my crossbows out and I can't take them out, that would take some level of action, right?
It could be part of your move to take it out if you're moving. Otherwise, it would take away your ability to do a full attack. You would have to just do a single attack. But it can be simultaneous with a move. And Max, while he's thinking about that, your round 1 didn't find anything in terms of secret doors where you scanned.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just take a standard attack with my crossbow then.
Okay, yeah.
Man, my initiative sucked.
Yep.
I rolled a 2 on the D20.
My dual crossbows are the only thing that's on here. Can I think you crossed out my normal hand crossbow. Oh, because I'm dual wielding, I can't take a standard attack with both of them, can I?
No, you can. Let me see what's going on here. So you got... Oh, they're just not equipped. Once you click it as equipped on your thing, it'll show up. Yeah, there you go. Okay. You fire it off at this vine, and it does strike.
So, does that count as could I have taken a standard attack with both of my crossbows or only with one hand crossbow? Because I'm dual
Yeah,
wielding.
you could have taken it with both. So that would have still struck regardless, no matter what.
I don't remember. Do I have to hit single attack again?
Yeah, do single attack again since you already did this, but in the future you'll be able to do.
I think there's a check for dual wield.
Yeah.
On yours.
Yeah, something weird happened, and I always forget how to do this, but I think I have to hit the button twice. Is what the way you set it up. I just forget to do that.
Yeah, let's follow it up on the next round because I think it was just unequipped in your inventory, and that's what caused part of it. But I equipped it now. Okay, so both of those hit regardless against the AC of this vine beast, what you believe to be some sort of sentient killer vine. That does take it down another 2 hit points. So that is okay. I think that's your turn unless you want to take a 5-foot step.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So with that,
before you get, this is just a hand crossbow, so I can't shoot very far. I'm assuming it's like within a reasonable range. It's not like 100 feet out there.
Correct. It should state in the inventory what its range is. Let me see. Yeah, its range is 30 feet, and then every range increment beyond that takes a -2, I believe. So let me see, how far were you?
That's kind of why I'm asking. I didn't want to.
I think it's -4 per range increment. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
it's always something. Is it 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Range increment is -2 per. So let me double check something. Both of those still would have hit regardless with that additional range increment.
How far away is it? I don't know.
It's 45 feet.
Okay, so I will take a 5-foot step in, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. All right. Before Lanray acts, I need everyone to roll me a d20. I'll roll Lanray's. That's Lanray's right there. Okay. All right. Medolfir. Nope. Not Medolfir. Let me see. Lanray. Okay. Lanray, as he looks up at you, Medolfir, with this thing approaching, starts scanning around and he says, "There's more of them." And as he says that, another one appears to your left, Finray, and it's going to just move. It just starts creeping out from where it is at 5 feet to there. It's going to move 10 feet over, and as it starts reaching out from the underbrush, you see it here. Back to the one that's attacking Medolfir. It's going to take a 5-foot, which it can. And it's going to strike out. And Medolfir, you are currently flat-footed because you are currently in a climb.
Yeah, but hold on.
And this has high ground.
No, but it's one of my features. Hold on.
Sure.
Trap zones. Oh, no, yeah, no. My flat-footed AC is still the same as my regular AC, though.
Gotcha. Okay. That's one of your class features, or is that just the fact that you have a...
It's base 10, dexterity 2, and uncanny dodge. Yeah, and then the ring of protection +1 and the base equipment height of the F gives it 3 because it's high.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
It's because of uncanny dodge.
You retain your dex even if flat-footed. So you are flat-footed, but you don't lose your dex. So.
Unfortunately, I believe that 18 still hits you, Medolfir.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's what's going to happen now. It's going to make a grapple check. I need you to make an opposing grapple check.
20, so that's 11 damage. So 20.
Yes, 11 damage. Thank you.
So go ahead and
grapple. Yep. He didn't roll very good.
Which
That's
means
much better.
Oh, yeah.
As the vine tries to reach out and wrap around you, you're able, even with just the hands that you have free, to just kick it away and keep it from being able to wrap around you. It seems very interested in doing so. That is its turn. Okay. Okay. Landray's turn. Landray is going to see that Finry is potentially in harm's way, and considering that, Rodolphir's a big boy, he's going to go ahead and fire off at the one approaching Landray. He gets point-blank shot, and he's going to do many shot. Lots of dice.
They just keep coming.
Yeah. I mean, when Landray gets a full attack, he gets a... Oh, I think that misrolled. Only the first one's supposed to get the many, I think. I don't think he can do all 3 attacks with many shot. Okay. So the first one definitely strikes. That's going to do 20 points of damage. The second one also strikes for just the 7 points. That particular vine he's firing at, he's just unloading arrows into it. The third one, unfortunately, does not strike. But that vine is looking rough. That is Landray's turn. He's going to go ahead and take a 5-foot step to be a little bit closer to you, Finry.
Hey,
Dolphir.
question:
Yeah.
Are there physical tokens for these vines, or is it just?
Yes. So you should see one. It's faint, purposely. Right here and right here, next to Manopir. But they are there. They kind of stick out a little bit.
If you zoom in on it, you'll see they're wispy.
Yeah. I think if you also hover over it, you'll see a red box pop up. So, Manopir, what are you doing?
How was this thing clinging to the rock? Is it just
It's not like it's... Yeah, it looks like it's growing out from some point, but that behind it, its roots are slowly creeping along with it. So it's just think of it like a centipede with hundreds of little things behind it.
Basically, it's not anchored into the ground.
It's not anchored, no. It could be moved if needed.
Okay. Then I want to jump towards it with the intention of grabbing onto a part of its branches or whatever as I'm falling.
Okay.
And you have to picture it when I first start my descent, I've got a hand on it, it's above me, and I'm pulling it off the rock face, but then in my descent, as I'm going down, I want to yank it down so that I can have it hit the ground with as much force as possible.
No, that makes sense. So what you would need to do first is a touch attack against its touch AC. So it just would be your melee attack against its touch AC. And then from there, essentially the next step would happen, which would be you attempting a grapple. Okay, so that's 29. That's definitely going to be able to touch it. Now give me a grapple check. Ooh. It's not bad. But, this thing is literally built to grapple, so let's see how it does. Yeah. You attempt to actually grab onto, you touch it, but you're not able to actually, grab onto it and pull it with you. It is too slippery for that part of it. So that's one of your actions. You still have another action if you wish to change course.
But I've grabbed onto it, or no?
No, you only were able to raise it and touch it, but not get a hold of it with that. That's essentially the rules of the grapple. You made the melee touch attack portion, but you didn't actually get a grapple on it.
So, I jumped to do that. What can I do other than fall at this point?
Yeah, if you were doing it, what I would say is you wouldn't have necessarily done it simultaneously. I will say you would have innately tried to hold it and then jump. So I'll sort of retcon that you haven't yet jumped. You have another action where you're standing right now, unless you want to jump now.
I can attempt it again?
You could, yeah. With your full action, you can do it twice.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me another melee touch attack.
I'm going for epicness right now.
Yeah.
Where did Landray go on that?
On that? Sorry. So
I'll just take the first one. Yeah. Landray's right here, Max. Underneath. Oh. Why is Finray and Landray on the same spot? There we go. He accidentally got moved. Alright, so 20 is what he needs to beat. Again, not great.
Well, no, that...
Oh, that's touch attack. Yeah.
There's my
Yeah.
combo.
Wow. Okay, that's going to be substantially... He basically can't beat this, I don't think, unless he gets a nat 20.
Oh.
Which he didn't. He got a 19. And even a nat 20, I don't think works on opposed grapple. I think you have to... It's just opposed numbers. So,
yeah,
anyways.
It's a save. It's a...
Yeah. So, Medolfir, you have a full grapple. Now describe what you're doing with your last sort of action here.
I'm basically going to push off the wall and start falling, and then during my descent, I'm yanking it so that I try to have it hit the ground with as much force as possible between the fall and the extra speed given with me forcing it down into the ground.
Okay, so here's how I'm going to do it. The fall damage is going to be the fall damage regardless. So both of you are going to take 1d6. Here's the fall damage.
No,
we're not.
Nice. I forgot you have that. So he's only going to take the 1d6 fall damage. You're basically you're slowing down, but you're whipping him enough that the fall damage is still going to happen to it. So that's the fall damage for it. I'll say it's not a he or a she. Now, I need you to give me a strength check. For every 5 increments over 10, I'm going to do another 1d6 damage. Okay, well, you get basically 2d6. So the 10 is 1d6 damage. Now you get one more. So roll me 2d6, and that'll be the total damage you give it from this maneuver. Yes, these vines, much like Smurfs, are asexual. That is 7 more points of damage.
Would my strength modifier add to that?
No, that was basically the mechanics of it was that, the d6. So, it lands, boom, right down here. I'm going to say here, and Medolfir, you land right next to it, right there. Still in a grapple. That is your turn, as you sort of gingerly come down with your boots of landing.
Actually, I fall like I normally would. It just allows me to recover instantly.
Yeah, good call. So it wasn't slow fall. It was, yeah, you're right.
You take 2 fewer dice of damage from
which
falling.
would have only been 1d6 anyway, so that works
If
perfect.
you've ever thrown a cat from a high place, you know how they flip to their feet right at the end? That's what we all do.
Yeah,
That makes perfect sense.
These should be renamed to superhero landing boots.
Excellent. All right. You guys do notice that more vines are starting to move. Now you spot this set of vines right here that have started to move off of this rock face. Their entire movement is to get to that spot. Max, it is your turn. What are you cooking?
Is this one's prone?
This one is prone. I mean, it's a vine. I don't think it'll affect it in any way, but yes, it is prone. It's grappled also, so it is currently flat-footed.
Does it have some sort of trait that makes it immune to prone?
It wouldn't matter based on what its flat-footed AC is, and...
No, but prone gets -4 on AC and stuff. There are effects that are not just about being flat-footed. I don't know.
Tell me what you're doing, and I'll look it up while you're telling me what you're doing.
Oh, no. So I don't see anything, right, with my spell?
In this range, you don't. If you want to move your cone now, feel free to. If you're looking in a different area, you could be scanning like Cyclops while you're fighting.
All right. So when Medolfir and this vine fall to the ground near me,
yeah,
I'm gonna look in that direction. So the let's see here. How can I? Nope,
yeah,
that's not it. Not in that direction. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to rotate the damn thing. It would be what, 180, I guess. No,
I can rotate it for you. Just tell me where to stop. Where do you want?
like, I want to catch Medolfir on the left side of it. Yeah, like that.
Okay. No. With that scan, you don't pick up a secret door.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Like, keep in mind, you're just getting to the fringe of the top of the cliff right there. So if there was anything further...
so there's nothing at the bottom, then. Like,
yeah, you're not picking up anything at the bottom as you scan.
I'm fairly confident that down here at where the path is, there's no doors here.
You haven't picked up anything down here, no.
Okay. Alright. So if that's the case...
You still have your full actions.
Okay. And if I cast anything, I'm going to end up dropping this spell, right?
No, unless only if it's concentration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can cast while holding concentration on someone else.
Alright, well...
Am I crazy? Is that just a 5 rule?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I think as long as it's not another concentration check, you're fine.
Okay. Okay. Since this... Okay, so is it prone?
Yeah, let's call it prone.
Alright. Max is going to hit it with... well... This is not going to be as impressive as last time, but
sure.
He's going to hit him with the... Is he going to do that? Medolfir already did damage to this one near me, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, Max is gonna take a 5-foot step here, and then hit him with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck, like, just so you know.
Sure.
I think it takes a penalty on its AC when prone, but I don't know what else.
Nice. That does strike. It takes 2 points of damage. Alright. Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Got it. So. Okay. Just some background things happening. You hear around you the rustling of things. And Medolfir and the rest of you, because you're so close, you do see another vine appear here. This one has much thicker roots to it. And much larger than the rest, as if it's like the core of where the rest of these are growing out from. It's going to reach out and try to attack you, Medolfir. It has a very long reach. It can hit you from where it is. 24 to hit.
Oh, god damn, yeah.
20 points of damage, -2. You take 18 points. It's going to attempt a grapple check on you. You roll the grapple. Oh.
Not like that, you're not.
Nope. Okay, it rolled a 2. So go ahead and give me yours. That's a natural 2.
I don't even think, I don't even think I can fail that.
Okay. With the 2, he does fail against the 23. So he attempts to grapple you and fails to do so. It is not moving. It seems more stationary than the rest of the vines. It is holding steady there. That is its turn. And I will add it to the order here. And then finally, another vine appears on this side closer to Finry. And that's all it can do is to get to there. Back to the top, Finry. What are you doing?
This is like my worst night.
There's vines everywhere.
Obadiah's coming for you, buddy.
I mean, Finry's legit having PTSD moments, right? Flashbacks right now.
Yeah. Stupid nature.
I'm going to go away and I'm going to shoot the guy that looks like he was already hurt. How about that?
This one? Or this one? They're both pretty hurt.
Not the big one is that attacked Modolfi was pretty hurt or no?
No, the big one is never been hit. I'm talking about there's a little one right here next to Modolfi and another one right here that's been hit.
The one on the left.
Okay, yep, go for it. You should be able to use the full attack function on the crossbows now.
Yeah, but I don't get a full attack because I moved 30 feet.
Ah, that's true. So just use single attack.
So I just hit single attack twice. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you're moving, you're loading that hand crossbow again. Oh, something happened. That was good, I guess.
Nice.
Okay. So with that,
Get that crit.
the first one strikes still for 3 points. Now, I will say, you know that this is now dead. This one is off the board. Would you? I would assume that you would switch to a different target now.
Sure.
Okay. So, which target would you switch to with your second shot?
The one right next to it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm doing like some straight up cowboy gunslinger shit right here. I've got, the quick draw. I'm like,
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that does strike, and the crit does actually confirm against that at a 15. So he takes 8 points of damage.
can I crit plants?
You can crit. Our plant trait? Hold on.
Hold
That's a good
on.
point.
I'm going to make you walk that back, GM.
Why is that? Well, you
Because
got
you're
silvery
saying
barbs.
only the damage from the crit line counts.
Yes, you're right. Only the damage from the crit line counts. I mistook that, but also it doesn't matter because plants are immune to critical hits. So
It was only an extra 1d3. I'm literally pinging these things.
Yep. So this one took just 3 points of damage since the crit damage does not count. Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to fuck your fun up there, Fenry, but
No worries.
No, I remember that for sure. I didn't think I'd get blind anyway.
All right. So no crits will not count against these guys. Keep that in mind. That is your turn, Finnery. This assassin vine is off the board, so I will remove the combatant order. However, this one that is now prone against Modolfir and grappled is simply going to. Is he gonna do whatever the equivalent of standing up is? No, I don't think he would. He's just gonna attack from that prone condition. So here is his slam attack.
oh my god.
That's with the -4 from prone?
Yeah, prone was selected with that. That's interesting though, hold on. I selected prone in its conditions, but it didn't do anything to its buff. Okay, yeah, it's not calculating with a -4 in there.
It would still hit though, so.
Yeah, it would still hit. So that's 12 points of damage against you, Modolfir. That's basically all it can do.
Does he get damage reduction from his gear?
He does, so it's actually only 10 points of damage for you. Okay. Max. From out of the bushes, one is going to catch you off guard.
Okay, my AC's 12, so I'm pretty sure it's not gonna hit. It's gonna hit me regardless. So.
Yep.
Unless it gets in that one.
18 is going to hit, so you take 12 points of damage from this one that has appeared out of the bush line here. And it is going to try to grapple you, Max. You need to give me a concentration check.
Okay. For what's the DC we're going for here?
You took damage, so it's 10 plus the damage dealt.
Oh, also, Is this thing subject to daze? No, it's mind affecting. Never
It
mind.
was mind effect, yeah, so it would not be. Immune to mind effect, yep, and a bunch of other stuff. So, concentration. Oh shit, that's a really bad concentration check for you.
Yeah, but
Your
it's
secret
still...
door spell.
No. I took 12 points of damage, right?
12. Concentration DC, damage during action. It says 10 plus damage dealt.
Which would be
Damage
23.
dealt. Okay,
Let's see.
I don't know.
Let me double check something.
Okay, it's not continuous, so it's not half. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So I lose that. That's fine.
Okay, that
Let me get
drops.
rid of that measurement, yeah.
Okay, and then the grapple check is this, which I think you're going to struggle with a little bit.
I
Oh, you
Definitely
didn't roll
not.
that good. You can beat that.
We'll see. Oh, hey, look at that.
Hey, yeah, nice. I'm just imagining in my mind that he's grabbing onto your like robe and your afro and just not getting a hold of you. So that is its turn. Landry is up. Landry's gonna see. Shit. Landry's gonna see that big one. He's gonna take a 5-foot step between you and Medolfir, Max, and he's just gonna fire between you two at the big one back here. That is gonna be point blank. And many shot. And full attack. And
Oof.
lots of bouncing. Good bouncing. All of those numbers are really good. Okay. So. I gotta read. Hold on one second. I don't know why it's doing that. We fire 2 arrows at a single opponent. Both arrows use the same attack roll. Oh yeah. Okay. It is calculating it correctly. So I messed up last time, but it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. All 3 of those do strike this big one in the back. It does 14, and 19. That's 28, 38, 47 points of damage. It's the big vine in the back is looking like it's a little bit more struggling at this point, but it's doing all right. Little bits of it kind of chunked off as he fired off those arrows. That is his entire turn. Dolfir, you are very close to the action. What are you doing? You're still grappled with this one.
How withered does this plant look?
It's looking rough. Not near death, but pretty rough right now.
Being grappled, do I have the ability to draw a weapon?
To draw a different weapon?
I never had a weapon drawn. I'm barehanded right now.
Ah, you're right. I don't see anything in here specific about, let's see, activating a magic item. Draw a light weapon. You could draw a light weapon while in a grapple, unless you want to release the grapple.
But I can't just release a grapple if we're both in the grapple, right?
You have to escape. Yeah, you have to make an escape artist or a strength check, I believe, to break it.
Unless the creature lost concentration when it slammed into the ground and let go of you, then you can choose to let go of him. Is the vine still holding on to Medolfir?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It instinctively has grabbed onto him, especially with that last attack.
But I can pull a light weapon. Okay.
You could pull a light weapon, yeah.
Okay. Hold on, let me double check this.
Yeah, so basically in lieu of an attack, if you wish to escape one, you can either do an escape artist check or another grapple check.
This doesn't say if that battle axe of vanish what it doesn't show if it has a light property.
Oh, that's weird. Let and check battle.
You have to
It'll be a
do the
standard
edit.
battle axe. So that is battle axe is a one-handed melee. Is what it says.
Yeah, I don't think a battle axe is light.
No.
No.
It's
I think hand axe is light, but not
Yeah,
Yeah,
axe.
hand axe is battle axe is not.
Okay.
Battle axe is a one-handed melee, not a light melee.
Then I want to just grab 2 handfuls of vines
Mm-hmm.
and then like yank it up and slam it back down on the ground.
Okay, I'll allow that again with the same mechanics that we were talking about before. Essentially, you're improvising a bit of a slam attack here. Give me a strength check. Okay. That did beat his opposed strength check, so I'm going to go ahead and say you get a 1d6 plus your strength here. So that is 9 points of damage. Not enough to kill it. It is still alive, but it is looking near death.
But I haven't moved or taken another action. Can I do it again?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would say not with a slam. No, with your weapons, you're proficient in that way, but with a slam, I wouldn't say you would get a full attack, like multiple.
There's a rule in the grappling about what actions you can take while grappling.
Yeah.
I don't think you can take a full.
Then how about at this point can I do a strength or a contested grapple check to break the grapple?
Yes, you can do that. So go ahead and do it. It's a grapple check. It's a contested because that's always going to be better than your strength check. So it's a opposed grapple check or escape artist. Oh yeah, that's real good.
Good luck.
Let's see. I mean, he's not a slouch, but I don't think he can beat that. Yeah. Okay, you are able to release the grapple, which releases him from the grapple also. He is still prone, but you are no longer grappled. Don't fear.
Now, instead of my movement, can I choose to...
All you have left is 5 foot because you didn't attack, and that was another action, essentially.
Okay.
I'm replacing the
All
move
right.
action with that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. That is your turn.
And I'm going to yell, Max, fire!
Okay. And then I'm going to say this assassin mine is
and
going
yeah.
to start.
And when I do that, I am going to take a 5-foot step back here so that
Okay. That could be critical.
I'm out of any
This-
range for Max to do fire things.
This assassin vine is going to attack Landray. So that is its attack. 15, I don't think hits Landray. He's slippery. That does not strike, so it fails to strike Landray. That is its turn. Max, it is back to you. You've dropped concentration. There is this one who snuck up on you last turn, as well as the big one and the other one right here. Big cluster.
Yeah. I mean, fire is interesting, but there's a lot of woods here.
When has that ever stopped us?
I mean,
The woods were asking for it, Max. I'm just letting you know that.
well,
Your
plus,
audience.
like, half of them are on the wrong side. I mean, like,
Yeah.
The big one is on a clear side for you.
yeah.
You just have to scream, they're coming right at me.
Keep in mind, first of all, you are within 5 feet of this one, and you have seen that they have reach. So if you were only to take a 5-foot step, you still would have potential. You'd have to cast defensively,
yeah.
which is basically automatic for you.
Hmm?
It's basically automatic for you to cast defensively. Because of your skill
You're
level.
facing 3 grapple checks.
3?
Yeah, that big one. That big one has extra reach.
And this one does have a reach at huge size of... no, its reach actually doesn't extend further on the jump to huge. It already had a 10-foot vine reach. So it is still a 10-foot reach for it. So you are out of that one's reach.
Madolfer's token was right here, and it had reached to attack Madolfer. Which would be 15 feet from me.
Oh yeah, reach does expand also with advancement to a new
all
size.
3. All right,
Yeah,
so all
so it'd
3
be
are
15.
going to get me. All right, so here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
I could do Fireball, but it feels like we maybe could get better positioning before I use it. If we could draw them out into the path, that would be cool as we like retreat south. So like Max is pointing towards like Finray, like doing an us group motion and towards Finray and say we should move that way. And then he's gonna cast haste on everybody.
Okay. I need you to. Are you casting it defensively?
Yeah. It's a level 3, so it's automatic, man.
Okay, yeah. If it's only a level 3, then it would just be a 18, I think.
Yeah. So within that one, I would get an 18.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I think we've had that conversation before. Where basically
Higher level spells. And honestly, if I level up, I'm probably gonna max out concentration anyway, so they'll eventually.
Each level.
So haste on 1 creature per level, so that's up to 9 creatures. That's everybody. No 2 of which can be more than 30 feet apart. Let me see here.
Can you go ahead and cast that? I think there's a buff on it.
Okay. There you go.
So Finry is 30 feet away.
No 2 of which can be 30 feet away. So these two are good.
Okay.
That's why I tried to do this before we spread out any further. Like if we went further south, we might.
Yeah, definitely.
And then.
Okay.
All right.
I think
so
that's
with
up on all of you now.
I think with haste, what happens? Is there an effect to speed? I forget.
Yeah, with haste, you could basically do increase by 30 feet is your movement to all modes of transportation to a maximum of twice your normal speed in that form. So keep that in mind. And then gets a +1 bonus. It's all in there in the text, and it is built into the thing. So your speed should show as double right now, which it does 60. Right
Does that affect 5-foot movement?
No. I'm going to say 5 foot is still always a 5 foot.
It's only increasing my speed by 20 to 50.
Because it's probably
because of your hide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, double base.
Yeah, it wouldn't double the fast movement that you have as a class trait. It's just your base land speed.
Which right now, because I'm armored, is 20. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Max, what else are you doing? Cast, that's your action.
That's too many attacks of opportunity if I move away, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do a 5-foot step that way.
Got it.
I guess.
Do you want to take like a defensive stance or something? I don't know if you can do that. Yeah, you can.
Isn't that an action to do?
Is defense fighting defensively? Doesn't say that. You can choose to fight defensively when it says when attacking, I guess.
Yeah, like instead of your.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I think that's it.
Okay, that is your turn. Before Finry comes up, you're going to be up next, Finry, but there are many things happening. You still hear more rustling up in the hills on the rocks. There might be more of these things, but right now the large one is only able to move 5 feet.
Yay
Does
me.
that get any closer? Yeah, it does. So it is going to try to strike you again, Madolfir.
That's fine.
Alright, that's the attack.
Yeah.
You can attack. Okay, and it is going to try to grapple you. So I need you to give me a grapple check. I don't know what it is. I got a natural 1. You don't have to roll it.
Oh, I'm rolling.
That's fine. It would have won regardless. Yeah. Okay, a 1 and a 2 on this thing's grapple checks. That's fun. So that is its turn. It does not. You do not want to get constricted by these thick vines that are reaching out at you. The one to the left of Max is going to take 10 feet. Or actually, yeah, it's going to use its whole turn to go 10 feet. It can't do anything else after that. That is its turn, and I believe we are back to the top with Finry. Finry, you've given yourself a little bit of a space. What are you doing?
Sure. Which one is the worst looking one right now?
Definitely this one, which is near death and prone. And then the big one is kind of like, taking some damage, but not near death.
Alright, so my full attack now with the hand crossbows, I get 2 normal attacks, plus 1 attack for dual wielding, plus 1 more attack for ace, so it's 4?
I believe that's the case, yep. Let me read. Make a full attack. Haste creature may make 1 extra attack, yep.
So if you're doing dual wielded, on the second weapon, there might be an extra attack that I'm not sure how it works.
Go ahead and do it as full attack dual wielding, and let's see how it rolls it out. If it doesn't roll 4, you're going to get your 4th one at full bonus, basically. So it'd be like a normal single attack after that.
Pepper it up.
But it might actually be
All right,
built in.
I'm gonna attack the big salad.
Okay, yeah. This one back here is definitely, when it hits a lot harder than the others.
Concurred.
Wow. That is quite the swing of attacks. Something happened weird there because it should be 4 total attacks, but it did 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the first 4 are what were fired off. First 2 failed.
The first one is only 3.
Yeah, the first one is 3 attacks.
Okay.
Right? And then
Yeah.
I'll add let me check the roll on the second one. Okay, we're gonna re-roll that second. I'm just gonna delete the second set because you get a full attack bonus on your second, on the last one. But the 26 does strike, and it does confirm on the crit for
It does
5 points.
He's a plant. It only does 1.
Thank you. Just the 1 point of damage, but now roll a second standard attack with your crossbow. Okay, that also strikes for 3 more points of damage. Whittling it down, but yeah, crossbows are not your biggest damage type for sure, without any additional to it. Okay, that is your turn. This harmed one is going to, from prone condition, just attack at Madolfir again. Madolfir, it's for whatever reason focused on you.
God, dog.
Oh. Okay, the 11 doesn't crit. Yeah. So you just take the 10 points of damage. 12 minus 2.
Yep.
It is going to try a grapple check. All these things want to grapple you. They're desperate to grapple.
It's still not including the -4
They
for
just want to put
prone.
their hands over me. Oh. He come
Yeah,
up with
good
a
point.
10.
It's not including the -4. Good point, Max. But that still would have hit. Okay, so it does get a
If
grapple.
it's not including the -4 on the grapple, then that would not have been successful.
Great point. From prone, it would also be -4 on the grapple. So it is unsuccessful in grabbing you. That is its turn. This one is going to take a 5 foot this way, and it's going to try to attack you, Max. I think that hits.
Oh yeah.
You take 13 points of damage, and here's its grapple check for you. Beatable, I think. You have to roll pretty high, though. Oh! That was close. You are grappled, Max. So that was a free action. It is going to try to constrict you. In fact, it doesn't even need to try. Once you are grappled, that's a free action. No, I'm sorry. It cannot do that on the same turn. But it's starting to tighten around your ribs. You start feeling it tightening around your ribs. Lanray is going to stay focused on the big one. He is going to take a step up against the rocks here and try to take down this big one. He's going to fire off many shot, full attack from point blank. It's a dice, as always. Not as high as the last one. Okay, 23, 22, 18 also hits, as does the 20. So that does all hit. He does a ton of damage when he has a full attack. 13, so that's 26, 33. Okay, yeah, this thing is at the verge of death after just a series of arrows fly out and strike it. I'm a little confused. Why is he getting 4?
Haste.
He's hasted. Thank you.
Normally
That's
he
why.
gets 3.
Yeah. He's just like an elf on a mission, just firing off arrows. Boom, 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 boom. That is his turn. Modolfir, you see the big one and this one in front of you that is grappling, was trying to grapple you but failed, are both near death. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm not sure how the action economy on this all works, so I'm going to tell you what I want to do. You
Sure.
tell me what does and doesn't work. First off, I want a 5-foot step here.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Still got your full action.
Still full action, right? So I could take full attack here.
Yep.
I could full attack this one, and then single attack because of my haste this one.
You don't even have to worry about that, I don't think.
You can split it. Just do your full attack, and if you kill one of them first, then it can automatically be switched over to another one. That's part of the full attack description in the raw.
Okay.
The only way that changes is if you have like cleave, which only improves on that.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I still haven't drawn a weapon yet, though. So
Good point.
I want to draw a weapon. I want to draw I want to draw Bingerfill and then do the 5-foot step. Does drawing Bingerfill take away the extra attack? Do I still get full attacks, or
I
what?
think you only get a single attack, unfortunately, because it's simultaneous with a move. But if you only are taking a 5-foot, that entire move action is still used up to take the weapon out.
Right, but that's just the move action, though.
Yeah, so you only have a standard action.
If you're not holding anything, drawing a weapon is concurrent with the attack. I thought.
Maybe it was switching. Let me see. Oh, I'm so sorry. It is a free action. Oh, no, only when combined with a regular move. Yep. It does say that in actions in combat in the DMG. Drawing a weapon,
Okay.
putting it away. Yep. It's
So
concurrent
then-
as a free action with a move.
Okay, I'm confused because that sounds like the same thing. Concurrent as a free action.
But only while you are moving. Otherwise, it's using
I'm
up
5
your
foot.
move to do it.
I'm
5
5
foot doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're
Doesn't
left with a
count.
standard action if you don't have the weapon in your hand.
Okay, that's fine. But do I then get the hasted extra attack on that
Yeah,
standard?
you do. So you get 2 attacks, and both of them are going to be at your full. So don't do it as a full attack. Do a single attack, and then do another single attack.
I don't think you get the extra unless you do a full attack, man.
Ah, shit, you're right. That is the language of the haste. It says only on a full attack you gain the extra 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, Manolfir.
You don't have like a reach weapon that you could pull out?
No. I like making my attacks personal.
Yeah.
Alright,
So-
I did what I could.
Yeah, you got a standard attack, unfortunately, only Manolfir.
Then I am actually going to free action rage.
Sure, yeah.
Where's hello? Where's rage?
Oh yeah, where is your rage? It's usually in your
Oh, there it is. I got it.
Okay. Okay, you are currently raging. It is auto-applied, and yep, it has applied.
And we're gonna single attack this dude.
The one that's near death, or the one that hasn't been touched yet?
The one that has max.
Okay, yeah, that's this one.
And he's flat-footed because he's grappled, right?
They are currently grappled, so yes, I have just applied that to his AC. So it is the flat-footed AC is. Yep.
All right.
So max, I'm adding grappled condition to you. Okay, you already did. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Now, 29 is a very interesting number. You strike it hard, and I will give you the option. Are you striking at the specific part that is grappling Max, which will alter the amount of total damage it takes, or are you striking just at its core?
Medolfer's motivation would be to make sure that Max is free. Right?
Okay, gotcha.
But here's the thing. Medolfer has seen that these small ones look like they're a little whatchamacallit. They don't take a lot to take down, right? So
Sure. Yeah. You do chop at it, and you are able to free Max from the grapple. It's looking near death, but it is alive.
we'll do that then.
Max, you are ungrappled. Manolfir, I believe.
Max. Burn them.
I believe that is your turn, Manolfir. This vine that has been approaching Lanray is now going to attack. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit even Lanray. So it's gonna take 11 points damage, and he is going to attempt to grapple to see if he can hold on to Lanray. None of you are in vegetated areas, which is frustrating for me, but that's all right. Alright, you guys are nice and out in the openish. Okay, Lanray does fail, so they are now grappled. That is its turn. You know that it's probably going to try squeezing Lanray next turn if that continues. Let's see, who is next? Max, you are up next.
His eyes, sir. Alright. Fucking cast Fireball.
Okay, and that's... What level is Fireball? 3?
Yeah, it's automatic.
Best level 3 spell in the book. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Okay, I need to roll something real quick. What's the save, Max?
19. Reflex have.
Okay, thank you. Oh, it's right there. Thank you. It doesn't even matter because for a couple of them, regardless, that damage. Oh, actually, it would matter. It's 10. You notice as the fireball erupts, the natural sheen on these vines somewhat dissipates the fire damage, but. Let's see. If that was taken down to 15, that would still be the huge one. No matter what, is dead. Because it had 1 HP left. It is dead. So that was this guy. Let's remove him from combat. Then this one. Also, the one closest to Medolvir also will die regardless from that. So that is... So he's not even going to make that check. Okay. Now, the one closest to you, Max, is going to make the check. So that is a reflex have. Needs a very high roll. That ain't going to do it. So that is enough to, even with that slight amount of ability to resist, it is not able to fight off death. And lastly, maybe there's another one.
I mean, technically, every living being in there that gets killed provides XP for the party.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the
That
XP of
one.
the standard squirrel. Right?
Max, you get the sense that the fireball has struck something in the trees, maybe a squirrel, who knows, causing some damage to it. Okay, that is your action, Max. What else? This one's getting awfully close to you.
Yeah, I'm fucked either way, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna move 5 foot that way. That's it.
Okay.
I can't do anything else.
Approach the dead one. Let me see. Yeah, good. I don't know why it's not giving me the little dead symbol anymore. There you go. Okay, that is Max's turn. Max. Okay, it's there. You all do see one more assassin vine approaching from this corner that seems to have been growing off of the large one. That is its entire movement to get to there. The one closest to you, Max, is going to take a 5-foot step and attack with a slam. Finry, meanwhile, I assume is smoking his pipe still because he's just sort of out of the way. He's just got two-hand crossbows and a pipe sticking out of his mouth. I'm imagining. Okay, 18 to strike, I believe, hits you, Max.
Yeah, I already applied the damage.
Okay, and then grapple check me, please.
Oh yeah.
That's very beatable for you. Yeah,
Nice.
Barely.
Okay. You are able to avoid that one's grapple.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on when it grapples me? Or attempts to grapple me?
No, it has improved grapple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when it strikes, it's able to just do that. Okay, but good call for other combats. Finry, it is your turn. Max has fireballed the shit out of the woods.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this jabroni in front of Max.
Sounds good. It has barely been struck before. The ones remaining are looking full health at this point. Okay, yeah, that haste is coming in strong. Okay, so with that, you do...
I think I hit it 3 times for 6 damage, and then or if you want to take the first of the 3 after that, it's...
Yep, so that is 6 damage up front, and then, yeah, I'll just count the next one. So that is 2 more damage. Just give yourself back 2 of the bolts, so you don't run out of bolts without actually having used them. Okay. You taking a 5 foot?
Nope, I'm just standing there smoking.
Okay. Sounds
Doing my
good.
best cowboy impression.
Okay. Landray starts looking through his inventory. He's like, man, I'm starting to get a little bit lower, but he has plenty of arrows for now. He's going to take many shot against the one that's... Oh, he's grappled.
You can't do that, yeah.
Yeah, he is grappled right now. Let's see if Landray has Escape Artist. Yeah, he does, but not great.
He could also use an arrow as a light weapon.
He's going to actually try to break the grapple. He has a good grapple check. Not with that roll. Jesus, that's not great.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know it's kind of out of place. Finry, do you have rapid reload feat?
Oh, I don't think I do.
Okay. So the reason why I was asking is for 3.5, if dual wielding hand crossbows while hasted would technically allow them to make 2 attacks with the hand crossbows per round each, if their limitation over reloading them was negated by something like rapid reload feat.
Oh, so if I had rapid reloading, I could do
That extra 2.
Yeah. So I think that's why Foundry is rolling it as like basically 2 full attacks, 1 for each crossbow. It's not accounting for the need to reload them, right?
Yeah, it's built into the idea that you have already had reloaded, but we need
Right.
to remove the last ones because of that. Okay, that last check, he uses his entire turn to try to break this. He does eventually break it, and he's going to take a 5-foot step back. That is Landray's turn, just to do that. They are ungrappled. But don't fear him. You see the fire still burning on some of these vines. What are you doing?
Have either of the two to our east or west been hit?
The one that grappled Landray, no. The one that's closest to Max, yes.
And the one that's sneaking out
A little bit. It looks like it's been singed by some fire.
All right. So being hasted, how would charge attack work? Is it still just a single attack, or would it count as a full attack?
Whew. I would say if you move 10 feet specific to a charge, I'll give you a full attack. So, like, in that exact scenario only, I'll say the 5 foot is doubled only in a charge attack scenario. So you will get a full attack on a charge.
Let's just do this, just so we don't have to revisit this later in a later session. I'm just going to 5-foot step and full attack.
Sounds good.
Do. Keep rolling them dice.
Yeah, those
Keep
extra
rolling
attacks.
them dice.
Okay. Yeah, everything but the 14 hits. So you decimate this assassin vine next to you. It is no more. Completely obliterated. It did.
He did. So if there was another enemy in range, I technically, with the way these were written, I could get another single attack against it because of the haste, but
Yes, but there isn't one, unfortunately.
there is not. But would I be able to still do some movement?
No, because you took a 5 foot to get into this position.
Unless was the first attack enough to kill this creature?
Good point.
But well, actually no, because you can't split your movement unless you have a specific feat.
Yeah.
There's like attack on the move or whatever.
Spring step, I believe it's called. Yeah,
Sure.
you can't.
Okay.
All right, that is your turn.
You know what? I am going to derage though.
Okay, sounds good. This one is going to just keep pursuing. Actually, you know what? It's going to pursue you, Midolfir, seeing you as the greatest threat. is going to
Bring
reach
it.
out and touch.
Bring it, bitch. You ain't hitting
13's
shit.
not gonna hit. That is not gonna hit. That is its turn, Max. Fireball did pretty good last time, Max, but you did notice that there was some resistance to it.
Yeah, it's not like I have any more of those, so it's fine. Okay. This one's dead, right?
Yep.
I have 60 feet of movement, correct?
You do, yeah. You are not threatened by anything right now. Hey, Fenrir, give me a spot check.
Shit. Nice.
Oh, shit.
Nailed it.
I spot all the things.
All right, sorry, Max. I just needed to do that.
With no result?
I'll give it to him when it's his turn.
Okay.
It's a whisper.
Okay. Okay. This guy is 25. This guy's 20. I have a line of sight to the one back here, right?
Yeah.
The one at the north, like by the rocks. Seeing that the one on the west is coming after Medolfir, and knowing that his grapple is pretty good, I'm gonna try to hit the one that is probably gonna be targeting Lanray with a ray of enfeeblement.
Okay.
That's against touch. What's its touch AC?
That is enough to strike its touch.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing how much? Let me see here. Was it? Okay, 1d6 plus 1 per 2 caster levels. That's gonna be 1d6 plus 4 for me.
So go ahead and tell me what the resultant is.
So he loses 7 strength.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. He takes on 7 points of strength damage, substantially reducing its modifier, yeah.
And then I'm gonna move back here.
You give me a spot check now, too.
Oh, I mean, it's not gonna be better than 23.
Okay. Finry, before it's your turn, this Assassin Vine is going to reach out and now strike Lanray, and Lanray is flanked in this moment. So, this is flanking, single attack. That is 15 against flat-footed. Is enough to strike for 10 points of damage against Lanray, who's getting beaten up now, cornered by these two. And he's going to have to make a grapple check against this guy. That's a good grapple check. That is enough to avoid the grapple, which is very important right now. That is its turn. In fact, actually, it's going to take a 5-foot. Just creeping over a little bit.
Did you apply the -7
I did.
strength? Because his grapple bonus is still pretty huge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you doing it at this one or this one?
This one.
Ah, I mistook you. Okay.
So my reasoning I said was because the one on the west was starting to target Medolfir.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And I knew his grapple strength was, or his grapple ability was better than Lanray, so that's why
Double check. So that would have
the-
-3 on the damage.
and the attack.
And the attack. Oh, what's Lanray's? Yeah, that's a big deal because that removes the strike. Thank you. Okay, so
You need to remove the buff from
Yeah,
the one on the west, I think.
got it. Thank you. That is its turn. It fails to do anything. Finri, you can see, yes, with that, that, I wrote it in your Discord. Max, did you do a spot check? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I got a sweet-ass 4.
Nice. You see nothing.
At the end of my turn, as I was walking towards Finray, I say, "Is there anything out here?"
Okay. Finray, what are you doing?
He's waiting.
Whispers.
I point to the thing. So,
Okay.
and I say, "We're being watched again." It's the same thing from the wolf situation.
As
But I
you
think
point,
that more masculine, not like I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
okay, as you point, you all do see a being at the direction of his pointing, standing atop the highest boulder here. A being that has wings and made of gold and gears and metal, wearing an amulet and a headband, looking down upon this sea. Finry, that was a free action, so what else are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot this guy on the left of Landray.
Got it. Now, you don't have Landray's feet, so you will take a -4 unless you're just ignoring Medolfir with potential of striking him.
I have a question. I've been keeping track of the number of crossbow bolts I've used.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where in my inventory they are, because I have a singular line that just says crossbow bolt.
Yeah, when it's in a handy haversack like that, it doesn't keep quantity. Oh, that's why it never had it.
I don't think.
There you go.
I don't think that he needs to take shooting into melee.
Didn't this one fight Medolfir last round?
No, but
No, it's the one by Landray. He's 10 feet away from Landray, and Landray is not grappled by him.
Yeah, but they're in melee. Anytime your ally or another is... Oh, I see what you're saying, Max. You're right, because
it's like
Landray is not fighting in melee.
no, but the entire concept of that is that they're up close to each other.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like this thing is reaching out away from its core body.
Yeah, I would say you're right. Neither of these two at this moment, you have to take a -4 against. So the left one, you're fine firing at. You're right, Max. There's no...
I don't supports me, but it just feels right. Like
Yep. Just go ahead and finish.
Like hot cocoa on a cold day, Max.
yeah.
Okay. Goes the Hastings. Okay. So, first three. 2 of the first 3 strike for 6 points of damage. And then the final one also strikes for another 2 points of damage as your hasted condition, firing off these crossbow bolts. And you took your 5 foot, so that is your turn.
Yep.
Lanray, stuck in a bit of a hard place here, is just going to... Ooh. He's just going to say fuck it. He knows he's going to get an attack opportunity against him on both.
How's his tumble bonus?
Not great, ironically.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I mean, it's naturally pretty... Yeah, okay. I will say he will try a tumble. You're right. It's might as well try it, other than taking 2 attacks of opportunity.
Because when you tumble, you can still take you're still doing your full movement. So if he tumbles out of there and then like
he's got to
moves
do a
away,
DC 15 basically. Yeah, that's he can do that. That is within his abilities. He didn't get it though. Okay, so he attempts to tumble. He is failing to do so, which means he is going to move, but attacks of opportunities do occur. He moves at half his speed over to here. Both of them are going to get attacks of opportunity and potentially grappling him back. So we'll see. First one misses. Second one does strike. He's going to try his grapple check. Oof.
Oh.
That might be pulling him right back.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he never moved. He was pulled back to here. And he does take 12 points of damage. He's going to try to strike back at the being that's grappling him with his... he can pull a dagger, I would say, in that move. So he's going to use the dagger he has. Yep. And strike. He does still have that dagger of disintegrate, by the way. He's not using that, though. That does strike for 5 points of damage. Okay. That is Landray's turn. He is currently grappled. Modolfir, what are you doing?
This is the one that's grappling him?
The one on the left is the one that's grappling him.
This one. Okay.
Yes.
5 foot step.
Okay.
Full attacks.
Okay. This being at the top of the rocks is just kind of watching at this point. Jesus, that's a lot. Okay. Crits don't do anything to plants. But
that would be epic.
Yes. I will say you don't need to use those other attacks. Not that it matters because you took a 5 foot, right? So, yeah, you kill it with the first strike. It is no more. So the grapple is down.
It's Louise, man.
Okay, I think that's your turn.
Oh, it's auto accounting for that extra haste attack and when
Yes.
it rolls attacks. Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Max, after being pointed out, you do see this centaur-like being at the top of the rocks. What are you doing? There is still one assassin living here. And it is enfeebled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do sense motive on the centaur?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Is that an action or is just sort of like
No, free action.
background? Okay.
Yeah, background. Okay. Max, you get the sense that this is not somebody who is hostile to you all. He is seemingly looking towards the vine that is approaching behind Landray, and he's like looking to do something in this moment. But he does not appear to be targeting or looking ominous towards you all with that sense motive check.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come up and hit this guy.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that with your hasty condition.
Yeah, I can
Just
move and
You
now
all
I
see Max bolt at scion speed.
So the first one, the second one is because of the haste, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, that does strike.
Okay, so
Charge
it
touch.
is
You could actually +2.
1d6 per 2 caster levels, so that's 4d6.
Yep. And this is going to give you temporary HP also, right?
Well, it depends on his health, but yeah. So
Sure.
did he have less than 6 HP left?
No.
Okay, so I get the full 16.
Yep. It's looking rough. As you finish up, the being at the top of the rocks is going to cast innately as a spell-like ability. cast a spell onto this vine. You see that the vine tenses up and is just held in place. Where it was wriggling before as you ran up, Max, looking to reach out and hit you, it is frozen, petrified. So its turn is skipped. Finry, are you doing anything in this moment towards the vine that's petrified, or are you doing anything else?
I mean, how far is this thing?
The vine is 35 feet from you. It's right there.
If I go here, would I be flanking it?
That's a good question. There. No.
No.
You'd have to go... I don't think there's a position without being on the rocks, unfortunately. Okay. Rush forth.
I have
Does Lanray have a melee weapon out right now?
He does have his dagger out, yes.
So you could be here.
Yeah, but that's a rock. So
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
go ahead, Finner. Oh. Well, at least you have haste. Yeah, both of those do strike.
Well, no, that's because I have dual wielding. I get to do
dual
that again.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't, because it's not a full attack. I keep forgetting that.
There you go. So 6 damage to that dude.
It looks like it is the next touch that it would take would kill it. And as it becomes Lanray's turn, I'm going to go ahead and attack with Lanray. See if that does it. He does get more than that if he wishes. That is enough. And with that, the petrified vine does wither away, and whatever was holding it up, it gets sliced away. And as you all look around, there's nothing left combating you on this battle map. But there is this being standing atop the rocks, looking down upon all of you.
You say it's metallic, like an automaton?
Yeah, now that you get a chance to get a better look at him, you see this almost glorious looking being standing atop the boulders. It's enshrouded almost in this kind of clockwork mechanism of gold and steel. He has the body of a centaur with wings that also seem to be made out of gold, and he, in a deep voice, speaks out now in a formal tone.
I am Solderic of the Guards of the Dreadplane, inevitable of justice.
Does this look like any of the beings we ran into in the Outlands or in Mechanus?
Yeah, the inevitables are from Mechanicus. That's what
Yeah.
they're called. I did roll knowledge planes. I failed it, but since he blurted it out,
You do recall, Adolphir, just from recollection, having met one of these before, that
Yeah.
this does remind you of the beings who guarded the airship in the Outer Planes, in Inevitable of Justice. Looks down upon all of you. Your journey has been significant. I have seen it. But what is it that you seek here to travel as far across this continent?
Medulfer, yeah, steampunk deity. Medulfer's gonna say out loud, I am here for Laha Sardats.
Give me a diplomacy check. Anybody else helping Adolphir in this moment?
Yeah, Max will try to help with diplomacy.
What are you saying to help in this scenario, Finry and Max?
Shit. Uncommonly high diplomacy check for Medulfer.
Yeah.
Max does nothing.
Okay, Finry, what do you say to aid in this moment?
say, basically, we're here to aid our friend in a quest. He is afflicted by a strange situation, and we're trying to help him solve that. This is the power of friendship, bro.
In this moment, he flies down and stands now at the same level as you all. And you see now he's quite large as he takes just a kind of like little step towards you all. And he says, I see that your path can lead to justice, though I see also that it could not. I also see that you seek an entrance to this space. And you get the feeling, Max, that there is some arcane spell ongoing here as he says these things. Go ahead and give me a spellcraft check, Max. As he kind of scans around this area.
Okay. So this is a active
Spell.
that I'm seeing. Okay. Spellcraft.
Okay, yeah. There is a matter. There's like locate creature happening right now. You with that spellcraft check, you're like, these are the effects of locate creature. He was tracking us. You also see that he has true seeing up. And he is looking around. And he's going to go up to you, Max.
Okay.
And he's going to say, I know that you were looking for something. Doors. Do you wish for me to try to find it for you?
I mean, if you count us as friends, then yes, that would be great.
I'm just gonna blurt out, but why are you here?
He says, I'm a defender of justice, seeking a fugitive from justice. One who has committed crimes against the Outer Planes by releasing great evil.
Oh shit.
One who has left the Dread Plane by being infused into the body of another. A necromancer of some sort. And I see that you all may have also encountered necromancers. Give me a bluff check if you try to lie it from him, or otherwise just tell him yeah.
Well, Finry legitimately won't know what that is about.
True.
What necromancer did we...
Well, you guys have gone against...
Oh, like Valadrake and stuff?
Yeah, the ghost of Mammon comes and smacks you about the back of the head and being like, why did you do this, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you.
Although
takes off.
Finlay is like, so you need help in eliminating such a threat?
He says, yes, on the journey. But I see that your journey also has a path ahead. Let me assist you. He flies up to the top here, and he casts... He's casting as he walks around, and he comes back down to you all. Just to the edge here, he doesn't come down. And he says, there is an entrance here, but the entrance can only open under moonlight. Very strange, this cave that you've come to.
So the door only opens under moonlight?
Yes.
Sounds like it's time for a long rest.
Exactly.
Does Max know if there's going to be moonlight tonight?
Yeah, there would be moonlight tonight based on the calendar.
How many moons does this world have?
This world has 2 moons. One is a minor moon that is only visible in certain parts of the continent. And the other is the main moon that tracks the calendar. The other one has very erratic movements in terms of its appearance in various skies. The Zealot, which you know it is, speaks and says, if you seek entrance in this place, it's something I can assist with. If you wish for me to hang with you all until evening. I am not your enemy, and I see that you are not mine. But perhaps you can tell me more about this necromancer that you encountered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, guys, can you tell them about the necromancer that you guys encountered?
Oh yeah. Let's make camp, and then Madolfer will tell them all about Veladrake and then Veladrake's grandfather, and everything we know and have encountered about him.
Do you guys make camp up where he says the hidden entrance is, or do you stay down here or elsewhere? Where would you make camp?
Like,
Personally, I would say up on top. But
how about you, Max?
Hey, I'm gonna look at. Hey, this is still rock, right? Can't you like rock God and see what the hell's going on in there and come back?
so
Rock he actually can't go through.
yeah, like I can only go through loose because I get the burrowing, but I don't get the earth glide because that's a magical thing.
Yeah.
So I can go through. I get 20 feet of speed burrowing through loose stuff, not rock. But yeah, I mean, we can. I don't want to climb the. How steep is this? I don't want to climb a steep, rocky face in
It's not steep
moonlight.
at all. It's able enough that you would have to do you'd have to get a 5 or less to not even make advancement. But there's enough ledges here that you really couldn't fall very far.
I mean, my main worry is more of these vines coming up.
Sure.
So.
I mean, Madolfer can climb up and affix a rope. He's got a 50-foot rope, so
Yeah. That would basically make it
getting up
mundane.
there is not an issue. It's just a matter of getting it done.
The Zealot looks at you all and says, "It seems you look for rest. I do not require rest if you wish for me to be your eyes. I possess abilities that would not allow anything to approach us."
Sounds great.
Okay. A top or below? Go ahead and make
Say
that
top.
decision. Okay. I think that's 2 out of 3 at a minimum. Vinnery, are you good with top 2?
Yeah. Did you see my note? I want to pick up bolts. I think Landry picks up arrows. So is that what?
Yeah, I'll run that check for you afterwards and add back. As you all start setting up camp, are any of you keeping watch with the Zealot, or are you getting your rest in?
I mean, Madolfer will stay up long enough to give him the rundown, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want to gain back some health, though, you'll have to sleep at some point.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna take a full rest,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use
Is
the
it-
magic bedroll so I get an extra 11 hit points.
Yep. Okay.
I'm also going to cast Restful Health and
Okay.
give that to Landray and Madolfir.
Okay.
It does take a while to cast, so I'm doing that while Madolfir is explaining stuff.
So, Madolfir, you gained 3 times your HD because that's your natural amount. So that's plus 2 times, and then you get the bedroll. So that's 33 HP for you, Madolfir. Landray gets back 22. So Landray's looking good, basically full. And Max, are you doing anything before you take your rest?
Is Madolfir how's Madolfir doing?
At 33, you're going to be at 100, Madolfir.
Wait, hold on. So, resting is going to give me 11 naturally, not with the sleeping bag, right?
Yep, you get double that.
This doubles it, and then
Yep.
the 11 from the sleeping bag is 33. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
That puts me at 100 of
Yes.
132.
So he's got like 32 left.
I'll do a minor wound
Sure.
on Landray, which is just +1.
Yep.
And then let's try light wounds on Medolfir.
Okay. Go ahead.
There's 1.
That's 7 to you, Medolfir.
2. That's 10
10 to
total. You're still not at max, right?
Yeah, I'm 110 of 132 now.
Okay, and then
22 more for him. There's 10 more.
10 more.
So you're 12 light
Okay.
now. Anything else?
And was there any fire in that forest?
No, this forest is wet enough that just one fireball was not going to catch it on fire.
Okay, is Landry maxed out now?
Yes.
Alright, I'll do another cure minor wounds on Medolfir. +1.
Okay, there you go, Medolfir. It's pretty good. What about yourself, Max?
I'm gonna rest.
Okay. That'll bring you up partially. It's not going to fully bring you back.
He can sleep in the sleeping bag with me.
Keep in mind, some of that is temporary HP that you currently have, Max.
I may be a big brute, but I like to spoon.
Does it go away? When does that go away?
Once you rest.
Well, I think it's even
It's before that because it's from a spell.
1 hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's gone.
Okay, I was about to take it away.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
So
I mean,
you're
I
at
don't have any other
54.
cure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with it.
All right. Maybe when you wake up. Okay. You all do set up. Oh, Thidry. Yeah, nice. I will go ahead and give you the craft poison then.
Oh, I did it before. I don't know if you want me to do it again, but
I think it's been a full. Yeah, I think it's been a full. This is the start of a new week, I believe.
GM, while that roll's happening. Oh, okay, never mind. Go ahead. The roll.
Yeah, nice. That's good enough, Henry. Okay.
Last game, when we had downtime, I had said that I was transcribing sending into my
Okay.
spellbook.
Yeah, you would have had time
Can-
for that.
I mean, it would have been done.
Yeah, I
last-
can add that to your spellbook.
Yeah.
Probably closing session here.
Yeah.
The only thing I need now is everybody is going to sleep because you guys did the rest. The Zealot watches almost like a sentinel as you all go to sleep. Max, I need you to roll a 1d20.
Okay. That's a 20.
high is good, right?
Nice.
High is
Who
good.
knows? Who knows? Unless I was rolling it for an enemy and I just gave them a really cool nat 20.
An ancient white dragon shows up.
Yeah, yeah.
Max, in your sleep, you feel just the slightest movement against some of the things that you pile up next to you. You keep all your stuff close by. And your eyes open just in a moment to see kind of this long chain-like object yanking at your bag of holding, and all of a sudden your bag of holding flips inside out, all of the contents spilling out. Give me a reflex save.
Was any of us awake during that?
No. Only the vibration from this actually jostled, and it's going to take basically above a 17 for max roll to check this.
Yeah, just to be clear, I don't know if we would have all gone to sleep together. I think I was crafting poisons. I am totally fine. I don't know why we wouldn't have set a guard, even if
Sure.
Obo was guarding, right?
That's fair. Give me a spot check, Finnery. You're basically going to have to get above an 18 on this spot check to notice anything.
My spot is crap anyway, so.
Yeah, well, it was close though. Yeah, as the approaching darkness happens, even with the little bit of moonlight, this is not good enough positioning for you to notice this very slinky little chain coming through. Max, with your reflex save, you aren't able to hold together the bag of holding as it just slightly moves out and flips out. Various things spill out. and suddenly the chain whips at something. You look up and you see an amulet on the chest of the Zealot shine brightly, and boom, the Zealot is gone. And you look down and most of your bag of holding is there. Everything you believe, you know that he grabbed something.
Did I see what he grabbed?
Not with that spot check, no. Not any particular.
No.
It looked like something that was not a piece of paper, maybe? It was like something physical, not a piece of paper or a book or anything. From the bag of holding.
I mean, I would know what's in the bag of holding, so I could
Yeah.
go through it and just, like, know what's missing. Right?
Yes, you could. You're very good at taking notes on that kind of thing. As you start looking through the bag of holding, what the hell? All the valuable things are still here. You look and you look and you look, and suddenly you recall there is something missing. The vial of Lady Veladrake's blood is gone.
Okay, so, like, we were telling them everything we know about the necromancers. I think I would have, like, been like, oh yeah, we have her blood. Like, it wouldn't have been... I don't know. Like, I don't... Like, if we trust this guy, and he's after the same people, Max would have, like, straight up been like, yeah, we have some of the blood of the necromancer we're looking for.
It's not very lawful of him to steal from the pack of a thing, right? So it's like, so the real issue is that the beings of Mechanicus, right? Like from when we were there, they're lawful to a fault. They can't not be lawful.
Yes, lawful to the order that they believe in. So, you know, taking something from your bag is not necessarily the kind of lawful that they're referring to. But
no, my point is if this was a real thing, then he may not have done that. So there's also the possibility, like we fought that whatchamacallit guy, the Rakshasa. This guy might be suspect. It's not a very
that's fair.
Orderly thing to do if you have the opportunity to just ask for something instead to seal it. So he could be an imposter.
That's a good point. Could be something other than what he was shown as.
Well, that sucks.
Okay. So he has disappeared. With that, you all do notice that the moonlight is out. Do you make anything of this Zealot who has bamfed out? Or do you continue with what your main goal here was in the first place?
We gotta fix Medolfir regardless, so I don't
I mean,
think...
Medolfir's still asleep at this point, really.
Yep. I'm just moving you guys up here. Okay. You guys do notice now where there was just a solid wall, there's now, you should see, a opening in the cliff face.
Are these markings, or is that just...
These are markings. You see on the ground markings. Very strange. The letter A in common.
I not to me.
Ah, true. Max, you see the letter A in common. You see next to the letter A dash and then X3. Then you see the letter B dash X2. Then you see the letter C dash X0. Then you see the letter D dash X5. And this continues until you see the letter R with various numbers after it.
Okay, is this a puzzle that we actually have to, or is this flavor?
Doesn't seem like a puzzle. The door to the cave is wide open. It's just
how long would it take Max to transcribe this onto a sheet of parchment in case he needs it later?
A few minutes, like a minute. It's not that many characters.
Did you rest, Max? Looks like your health is still not full.
No, I rested. I was just really hurt. It's fine. I'm just gonna jot it. You know, how big of an area is it really taking up 5 feet of space on the ground?
Yeah, it's kind of spread out, like somebody carved it in roughly with like a dagger or something.
I mean, we were resting up here, right?
Yeah, you were, but
and it was present before?
It was present before, you just didn't notice it in all the rest of the activity, I would say, until now. Let's say the Zealot was standing on it or something and it wasn't very clear.
Yeah, I jotted it down.
Sure.
I don't think it gets us anything, but in the process of looking for the bolts, I would have searched the whole area to see if there's anything else. I don't know if I would have seen it. I don't think it matters, but in case there's other things in this area, it would have been like a take 20 search because I would have taken my time.
You wouldn't have come across this particularly because I'm going to say the Zealot was just happened to be to stand there.
Would there have been anything else, or is there literally nothing but these words down here?
It was nothing else that you saw other than there was one symbol that was similar to the one Madolfir pointed out about friendly tribes located right here. I don't know if Finri, you were here when we mentioned that, but Madolfir, you do see like a symbol of that sort of friendly here on the wall.
Friendly, but the stuff down below was like not friendly.
No, it said friendly down below also. It's
I
only been
thought
friendly
you
this far.
said the markings were like the markings that we would put for danger.
No, they were only a friendly thus far.
Okay.
So, with that, at the entrance of potentially Lost Sardat, we'll go ahead and close down session unless there's anything else before we head out. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your weekends. See you guys next session.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry it was late, gents. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.